They say Berlin hides its deepest secrets underground. But there is one secret so shocking, so aggressively erased, that even today, Germany refuses to acknowledge it ever existed. 10 years ago, a demolition team uncovered a steel door buried 40 feet beneath the city. A door sealed from the inside, a door carrying the Soviet emblem, burned into the metal. What was behind that door should have changed Cold War history forever. Instead, every man on that team was silenced. Tonight, we're opening that door. Berlin is a city that hides more beneath its surface than above it. Beneath the noise, beneath the streets, beneath the history everyone thinks they know, lies a world built on secrets. Some accidental, some deliberate, and some so dangerous they were meant to disappear forever. But among all the hidden stories buried under Berlin, one stands apart. A tunnel so mysterious, so carefully erased, that even today, its existence feels like a rumor whispered by ghosts of the Cold War. It began with a simple construction job in the early 1960s. A crew digging just outside Berlin expected nothing more than soil, clay, and old pipes. But after hours of routine work, a worker's shovel struck something solid, metallic, hollow. Curious, they cleared the dirt until a massive steel structure appeared, an enormous circular blast door covered in rust, yet strangely intact. And on its surface, unmistakably painted in faded red, was the Soviet hammer and sickle. The workers stood frozen. No record existed of any Soviet facility beneath this district. No maps mentioned it. No locals had ever heard rumors about it. And yet here it was, silent, cold, and waiting. Authorities were called. A small team arrived, quietly inspecting the mysterious door. They expected it to be sealed forever, but with a heavy groan, the door slowly shifted open, releasing a breath of stale, frozen air that seemed untouched for decades. What lay inside stunned them. A long, narrow passage, illuminated by dim ceiling lamps, stretching deeper and deeper into the earth. It was a perfectly preserved Soviet tunnel, as if time had stopped the very moment it was abandoned. Rifles were neatly stacked along both walls. Helmets rested atop crates. Soviet propaganda posters curved along the tunnel walls. Footlockers, ammunition cases, communication cables, everything placed with military precision. There was no dust on the rifles, no signs of decay on the posters. It was as if a platoon of Soviet soldiers had stepped out moments ago and simply never returned. Before the workers could process what they had found, dark military trucks arrived. Soviet officers in long coats stepped out, barking orders, securing the area, erasing photographs, collecting notes. Everyone on site was silenced instantly, and within minutes, the entire tunnel became off-limits. The strange object was now a classified Cold War anomaly. But years later, after the fall of the Soviet Union, fragments of declassified documents finally revealed what this tunnel truly was. It wasn't a bunker. It wasn't a weapons storage site. It was part of one of the most audacious spy operations of the Cold War. In the 1950s, the United States and the United Kingdom secretly built an enormous underground tunnel beneath Berlin. Their goal was simple but bold: tap into Soviet military communication lines without being detected. They wanted access to high-level orders, troop movements, intelligence reports, everything the Soviets were trying to keep hidden. The project was codenamed Operation Gold, and Western engineers worked day and night to dig toward the Soviet-controlled zone. What the West didn't know was that from the earliest days of construction, the Soviets were already aware of the entire plan. A British double agent had told them everything, and instead of stopping the tunnel, the Soviets chose a more brilliant strategy. They used it. They allowed the Americans and British to listen in, feeding them carefully crafted misinformation, fake troop orders, invented strategies, false alerts. The tunnel became a silent battleground, not of bullets, but of deception. A psychological war fought through wires deep beneath Berlin. After years of manipulating the West, the Soviets finally staged a dramatic discovery of the tunnel, destroying evidence while keeping the truth hidden for decades. But the section you saw earlier, the sealed Soviet tunnel full of weapons, wasn't part of Operation Gold. It was a Soviet counter-installation, a storage corridor, a listening chamber, a hidden part of a larger underground network that the world was never meant to see. When these tunnels were no longer useful, the Soviets erased them layer by layer. Concrete was poured, entrances were collapsed, records were rewritten, soldiers involved in the original project were reassigned. Some historians even believe a portion of the tunnel still exists today, untouched and sealed behind reinforced blast doors. Doors exactly like the one that construction workers accidentally uncovered. What remains most chilling is not the tunnel itself, but the intention behind it. This wasn't just a military space, it was a secret theater of war, hidden beneath one of the most politically divided cities on Earth. And it forces us to ask, if a tunnel of this scale could be erased so completely, if entire underground facilities could exist without the public ever knowing, what else lies beneath Berlin? How many sealed chambers? How many forgotten bunkers? How many stories the world has never seen? Berlin is a city of layers, of memory, of conflict, of mysteries buried beneath every street. And some of those mysteries are beginning to surface again. If you want to explore more of these hidden Cold War archives, lost bunkers, secret labs, erased Soviet outposts, make sure you subscribe, because in the next episode, we're uncovering a facility so secret that even today, its exact location is debated. And what happened inside still terrifies historians. The deeper we go, the darker the truth becomes. And this was only the first door.